Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's part 98 today and the century is closing in, but we're in crisis mode. Domestically, things going well. We're top of the league as you can see. But I said we'd be back for Dinamo early if there were problems in the Champions League. And problems, there very much are. So if you're looking forward to seeing how we get on and whether we can save our European season before it's even really begun, then please do put a thumbs up on the video, subscribe down below for daily FM21 content. There's loads of playlists up in the eye above, as well as a link to my new food channel with videos coming from June 2021. And then you can find a link to the Twitch channel in the description below. 3 live streams a week from Football Manager, and then also plenty based around the Euros coming next month too. So thank you again for your incredible support as we take a look at what's been going on with Real Madrid. Let's have a look at our schedule, see what's almost been the perfect displays in the league, but chaos in Europe. We've only had the 3 games off camera, but the first of them is the one that meant we were going to be back today. We played Ajax at home and drew 3-3. We were 2-0 up in 11 minutes. It was perfect. But we still didn't look convincing. We gave away chance after chance after chance. And in the last 10 minutes of the first half, Ajax made it count. It was 2-2 at the break. We looked like we'd just gone and nicked it again with Alphonso Davies in the second half. And then with 10 to go, we sat behind the ball. We tried to keep possession. We tried to do it sensibly. And we still conceded. Ajax made it 3-3. We're now on 1 point after 2 games. Ajax are on 4. Napoli are on 6. Now, I hope in the next 2 games we can beat Dinamo both times. If we do that, we go on to 7 points and Napoli and Ajax play each other. So the chances of them both being on 7 or more are very low. But our focus has kind of shifted now because we're no longer looking at this group and saying, can Napoli and Ajax drop points against each other so we can win the group? We're looking at this and saying, Napoli or Ajax, one or the other, go and do the double header. Because we need to get ourselves into second and we'll try and work it out from the last 16. So in truth, we're hoping for a Napoli double. Ajax stay on 4 points, we're on 7. And then if we can get a result against them, touchwood will be alright. But we've played the home game and we've struggled to do so. So a bit of a worrying start to the month there. We have bounced back with 2 more very good league performances. A 6-0 win at Eibar before the international break. Laus, a Klassen hat-trick, Ferreira and Kobanan with the goals. And then a 2-0 win at home to Espanyol. First half goals from Chiesa, who got a rare start, and Lautaro Martinez, as we rotated heavily to make sure we were fit for this one. Now, the international break put a bit of a strain on a lot of our legs, so that was part of the reason. But this Dinamo game has now become our most important of the season. So, Getafe are at the weekend. We've got to think about that. It's bizarrely been moved to Friday. Now, the Spanish league is well known for helping its clubs out in Europe. Not in FM, it's not. It's been moved, so we've got a game 3 days either side. It's worse than the Premier League at this rate. Dinamo's squad is pretty good, so let's have a look at theirs. Getafe just dropping off after their perfect start, so we might be able to get a result there. But Vizinga is their key player. Oh, wow. 3-star ability by our standards is bordering on world class. He's an unbelievable player. This isn't going to be easy either. They've got a full real team, mixed with those brilliant youngsters. They've got the experience of Kovacic in centre midfield, now 36, but still brilliant mentally and technically. In goal, they've got Besnard, who they signed from us in the summer. He was our backup last year, or the club's backup, so surely he's good enough. It's a very good squad. We might be in trouble here, because away from home, I'm not sure we win in Croatia, but at home we have to. This is the fixture. We need to wrap up at least 3rd in this group, at the very worst. We've got to be in Europe after Christmas. We'll probably get sacked if we finish bottom of the group. But that's where we are at the moment. Let's go and get into this first game, because we've just got to find a way. We have to find a way to win this. We've changed our squad back to the first 11. Of course, we are building a little bit of strength back. We're getting a few back from injury. Molina's now on the bench. Jacobo's now fit again. But still, they've gone for a sub-goalkeeper again. Every time they do that. We're going to chuck on Tony Clayton and Parashi as well, I think. Although we're lacking a bit of attacking depth there. So perhaps I'm going to chuck Chiesa on. He'll go in for Pellistri essentially. So it's a decent squad. We've also got Locatelli back. He played 1 game against Espanyol. But this is the 11 we've gone for tonight. It's Peter Alcan in goal. Oliveira and Alphonso Davies, the fullbacks, with Evangelista alongside Militao at centre-half. In midfield is Vitor Ferreira alongside Kobanan, with Laus, Del Rio Fernandez and Cesar Fernandez, the attacking midfield 3. And Dave Classam, finally coming into form, finally reached double figures for the season. He's up front on his own. Now, let's see if he can get the goals today to beat Dinamo Zagreb. In we go. So we know about the quality in this side. Interestingly, Kovacic is playing, as is Vizinga. But there's a few others that are dropped to the bench that would have been in their starting 11 normally. Strabic and Hanzic being two of them. You can normally tell by the squad numbers, to be fair. But let's get through the dressing room. This isn't going to be as easy as you would expect. And for some reason, this club has been bottle jobs in Europe this year. We wondered why they were struggling in Europe. We've seen them in the Europa League before. We've seen them drop out of the Champions League. And it looks to be happening again. We joined Tottenham as a club that couldn't really compete in any competition. They struggled in the big games. They couldn't compete. And here we've got a similar thing with Real Madrid in Europe. It's a very strange situation. It's a very narrow tactic for Dinamo as well. We're dominating early on, but we need those wingers to make it count. As Alphonso Davies throws in, gotta be a push on Del Rio Fernandez. We're going over to the VAR screen. That's the difference in the Champions League, of course. They're always running over to the screen. So let's see what happens. Hopefully, when these are paused, it's going to be a pen. The only question is whether it was in or outside the box. It definitely was a foul. So what's he going to give? All eyes on the referee here. It is a free kick outside the box. And it's not the best angle to score directly either. 12 minutes gone. Almost a chance. But we're still on top. We just need to make it count. As Oliveira's got a throw on the right to Laus. Lovely flick to Vitinha. He guts it back to Kobanan. To Alphonso Davies. Into Del Rio Fernandez. It's a lovely goal. And I will say this. When we're at our best, like that Sevilla game in the last episode, we're scintillating. We play lovely stuff. But so often we shrink into a shell. We get frustrated by teams sitting behind the ball and we don't often break them down. But at the moment, a quarter of the game gone and we're very happy as Vitinha puts an in-swinging corner. Headed away by Mandic. All of our players ran out of the box there. None of them went to attack it. As Laus gets it on the right, he can take on his man. He's brilliant in possession. He gets into the box, delivers to Del Rio, back to Kobanan, and it's in off the post. It's a wonderful strike. He's maybe not had the best start to the season of our superstar players, but he has scored a goal now, and maybe that'll be the turning point. 2-0, and hopefully no repeat of the Ajax match. As we've got a throw on the left again. That third would probably be the mental hurdle we need to skip past. As Kobanan gets it into Laus. He's got Oliveira in support. Back to Vitinha. He can shoot, tries a flick, doesn't come off. The second through ball is blocked by Vizinga. Oliveira gets it wide to Laus again though. 4 in the middle if he can deliver. Does just that to the edge. Kobanan on the volley. That's a wonderful save. You've got to give it to the keeper. Yes, he was our backup last year. But that's an unbelievable save to tip it onto the bar. Del Rio Fernandez has a cross blocked. It's back to Davis. This is relentless. This is what I want us to be. Laus out to Oliveira. Chance to cross again. Into the front post. Cesar Fernandez puts it over. It is a stunning display from Real Madrid, but it's only 2-0. And we were at 2-0 at this point against Ajax and threw it away. It looks like we're one of the early kickoffs because I can't see that the other two are in action yet. But at half time, we couldn't have asked for more. All we've got to do is take advantage of these chances, not take our foot off the gas and make sure we get a third or fourth. And immediately in the second half, that is dealt a blow because Cesar Fernandez has picked up a knock. A twisted knee is not one that I want to really take a gamble on. So I'm going to bring on Molina. We'll put Del Rio Fernandez into the middle and Molina will become an inverted winger. Well, we might have to have another rethink because our most tired legs now are Del Rio Fernandez and we have got Getafe in 3 days' time. So although Kobanan and Fernandez have been two of our best players, I feel like I have to rest them. They're both looking confident, so we'll give it 5 more minutes. But when we get past the 70 mark, if it's still 2-0, I think we have to do it. I don't think we can take the risk at this point. So Kobanan will be replaced by Bentancur. We'll switch him and Ferreira. We will then also bring off Del Rio Fernandez for Lautaro Martinez. Gives us an attacking threat still, hopefully keeps us in control. And you can't lie about the amount of experience coming onto the pitch. They've got no excuse if they throw it away. You can see because of Ajax getting the draw away at the Bernabeu, we're still behind them on a head-to-head record. As Besnard picks the ball up in goal for Dinamo, we don't want a late grandstand finish here. Long ball over the top. It's going to be dealt with, is it? Evangelista just hoofs clear. I don't mind that, but it didn't really find anyone. And it gives Dinamo a chance to keep possession, but we are forcing them back. That's excellent pressing. Mandic, the centre-half, chips it in. They've beaten the press, though. It's on the left wing. It's a through ball. It's going to be defended hard here. It's out wide. It's Oliveira chasing. It's forced backwards. Well done, Klaassen. Comes back and nicks it. Not had a great game today, but he's going to make a magical moment here, is he? Goes the length himself. Oh, it's a great save by Besnard. Klaassen does absolutely wonderfully there. He's not had his greatest game again, but this is the thing with the likes of him and Laus. It's moments of magic. As Visinga gets on the end of the headed clearance, brings it downfield. It's a 2-on-2 momentarily. Takes on the fullback, but he's forced backwards. Gives it to Martinovic. He goes back to his centre-half Mandic. Good pressing again, and we see out the highlight comfortably. We've got 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. It's cleared long downfield from Dinamo. Again, though, we have let them into it the last 15 minutes. Militao wins it on halfway, though, to find Oliveira. And now Laus. Can we get one more moment of magic? Make it 3. It's into Klaassen. Just overhit from Oliveira. Besnard really alert. He's had a great game in goal for Dinamo. And he clears it well there. But Davis gets there first to intercept. Evangelista switches to Oliveira. He's got Laus in support. Plays him in. 3 in the box this time. Not quite as much commitment. Benson call back to Oliveira. Who's he going to find? Cuts it back again. Is someone going to deliver the ball? Oliveira does. It drops down for Molina. Zivkovic hacks it behind for a corner. And Real Madrid keep the pressure on. We're chasing a third still as Molina takes the corner. It's an in-swinging delivery to the back post. Klaassen up but can't get there. Now Toro Martinez to Militao. To Martinez again. To Vitinha. To Molina. Is someone going to find that through ball? Doesn't look like it. Davis keeps it, but we're going nowhere. That'll be it though. 2-0 to Real Madrid. Not spectacular, but an efficient job well done. We should have scored more. We should have made it 3 before the break. But we'll take it. Back to winning ways in the Champions League. And we keep our slim chances of getting through alive. Getafe time, and we are back on Friday night after not much rest at all. These Premier League teams complaining about the Saturday lunchtime kickoff. We'll try Friday night. Getafe down to 6th now, but only 3 points behind. We say actually they were struggling. If they win this game, they're top of the league before the rest of the weekend kicks off. Don't forget, it's head-to-head record before goal difference here in La Liga. But we're above Barcelona on goal difference until we play them. And we want to make sure we keep in the ascendancy. Now we've got to the top, particularly given our struggles in the Champions League, we've got to make sure this is a success. And yes, this club won the title last year. Yes, it's won 2 titles since the start of this save. But Barcelona have won 7. And they're right up there with us. We've got to find a way to start evening this out. So let's go and get into the fixture. Let's see who we're going to play. Let's see who's fit. We have no idea which 11 we can name. And again, we've got to think about the next games as well. It's only 5 days before we play Bilbao on Wednesday at the Bernabeu. Based on the Las Palmas start to the season, I'm more conscious of resting people at home. I try and get them off the pitch at home, and we can normally win games still against the mid-table sides. But in this one, it looks like everyone's fit apart from Cesar Fernandez, who got that knock in midweek. So we'll do the change that we did in the match. Del Rio as the number 10, and then Molina can come in as the inverted winger. We'll also then get onto the bench. I mean, we're running out of attacking players, aren't we? I'll take Fernandez off for Jacobo, just so we've got a midfielder who can push forward. But we are running out of options, particularly in those wide areas. It's a little bit of a struggle, because we haven't got the biggest squad in the world. There are 3 others with heavy match loads as well, so I'm going to replace... In fact, no, I'm going to play the first team today, and we'll replace them in midweek for Bilbao. So the 11 we've gone for, just the 1 enforced change. Molina in, I think it's just his 2nd start since he's come back to fitness. And he has come in for the injured Cesar Fernandez. Pellistri out, who would have been the natural replacement. But let's see what impact it has. Real Madrid head to Getafe, and we need to stay top of La Liga with a win. Well, it would be safe to say that I don't think I recognise any of the names in that Getafe team. But what we're going to do is tell the lads to prove a point, go and get into the first half, and just try and get on top. We have been scintillating at times this year. And with our first team out, I'm hoping we can do it once more. Let's see if we can get a positive result. And the performance, probably equally important at this stage. Well, this is what we intended, wasn't it? 25 minutes gone, no shots on target. Wasted some good chances by the look at the expected goals, but we've not seen any highlights. And Getafe, the longer this goes on, we'll get confident and we'll grow and we'll probably push a bit more. But we've got a free kick now, 30 yards out with Laus. We need a moment of special magic. Oh, it took a nick off the wall by the looks of things. And in the end, the keeper did well to tip it over. It's a corner kick which Laus will take again. In swinger this time from the left. To the back post, everyone's missed it. And it's straight out for a goal kick. What a pointless corner that was to see. It's going to be half time at 0-0. And we've only had 1 shot on target. It's another one of those weird performances. We got a second towards the end of the half. The expected goals is nearly 1.5. And we've still not taken any chance. It's a very frustrating time at the moment. We're still having those odd games. Molina, who's come into the team, looks nervous. Militao the same. So we've got 2 candidates for replacement there. As we've got a free kick on the left-hand side. Evangelista, the centre-half, takes it. Very advanced position for him. Switches to Militao. If we lose it there, we're in big trouble. But he finds Oliveira. He's got 2 running off him. Klassen's one of them. Has to score there. How has he missed that? 4 yards out. The keeper can't cover that much of the goal. He smashed it straight at him. A little bit of composure to lay it either side, and that's 1-0. Oh dear. This is going to be like Las Palmas, isn't it? Apart from the fact we're not having that many shots. Molina is going to come off for Chiesa. We're going to change him to a standard winger, I think. Or are we? I don't know. In fact, no. Let's bring on Jacobo and get Del Rio Fernandez back where he's been most effective, as a winger on support. Jacobo goes in as a number 10, which is something he can do anyway. Militao should come out for Tomori. It's what I should have done at the start of the match anyway. And then everyone else is overwhelmed by whatever the assistant said. So we're going to give it 5 more minutes and then we'll think about the final change. For me though, I just want to get to these lads and encourage them. Hopefully they can push forward, as Laos is knackered as well. The ball's headed away from a throw. We just don't look like we've got any inspiration. The amount of chances we wasted against Dinamo, we've not even really created them here. As Kobanan picks it up, back to the centre-half again. He's the man who should be unlocking the door. But the first option for Vitinha and Kobanan, you can see there, is pass it back to the centre-half. Play safe. Vitinha does finally switch it. Del Rio Fernandez challenge, but Davis picks it up. Gets towards the byline. Can he get it in? It's straight to the first man. There's no inspiration here. Kobanan got to Davis. It's into Jacobo. There you go. That has come from nowhere. Jacobo, to be honest, he would not really get a game if everyone's fit. But he's come and saved the party there. Fantastic stuff from the centre midfielder. And he makes it 1-0 to Real Madrid as Jacobo picks it up again to Kobanan. Can we start releasing people? Del Rio Fernandez. Hopefully the game opens up. It releases Davis left back. He goes back into Kobanan. He's got 2 over on the right. Instead plays central. Goes to Vitinha. He switches it back to the left to Davis. To Del Rio Fernandez. Into Laos. Game over. Let's give Laos a rest. He's absolutely shattered. It's 2-0 now. Chiesa comes on. 20 minutes to go. And it should be back-to-back wins for Real Madrid. Well, as we head into stoppage time, it looks like the rest of the game's going to be seen out comfortably. Probably a concern that we only had 4 shots on target. But in the second half, we actually took some of them. And the good news is we win 2-0, and at this stage of the season, results are more important than performances, but performances could be better. And I think that's something we have to work on. Can we get this team to gel more quickly? It's a similar 11 every week. It's a very good standard of players. We just need them to find their best form. As it is though, we're 3 points clear, and regardless of what happens in this weekend's fixtures, we will stay top on goal difference at the very least. So let's go and have a look at the schedule for when we're next going to be back. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the episode we initially intended, which was Napoli at home, and then Atletico Pamplona maybe, possibly Malaga before. We'll see how the 2 sides compare. But that Napoli Champions League game, if we can win away in Croatia, is going to be absolutely essential to our season. We're not the most efficient in front of goal at the moment, but we're doing the job. I said Klassen have found form. He's now had 2 blanks in a row. So we'll see how all this pans out. But if you're looking forward to that one and you did enjoy those 2 victories, please do put a thumbs up on it. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 videos from 2 long-term stories. There's links to all the playlists in the eye above, as well as some of the special mini-series such as Scotland in the Euros. And there's also a link to the new food channel up there, with a link to the Twitch channel and regular FM streams in the description down below. But a massive thank you for watching. Your continued support as always. It is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next time for more Champions League action as we continue our bid to save our group stage form. I'll see you there.